Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality. While listening, you'll be exposed to inspiring, empowering, and unifying perspectives that I'm highly confident will yield stellar results in your life if you opt to try them on for size. Also, at optimistic.tv, we have officially begun releasing the first few episodes of our new late-night style, consciousness-elevating video variety talk show, Optimistic, which features live visionary art, soul share interviews, retreat guests here at the Mystic Manor, as well as live musical performances. I'm also super excited to announce that we are currently making plans to release the rest of Season 1 on my personal favorite online streaming service. So stay tuned to optimistic.tv to follow the unfolding development of this exciting Optimistic expansion, as we'll be posting more info and release dates there soon. And in the meantime, be sure to check out, of course, the first few episodes at optimistic.tv as well.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining Samantha and I. Samantha is back this week. I'm so excited to have you back, Samantha.
Thank you.
Yes, it's always nice to have you here with me on a Tuesday. And this Tuesday is the fall equinox. And so we thought we'd talk a little bit about balance today, because that's really what the equinoxes are about. Equal day, equal night, equal light, equal dark. And we are all trying to find our balance right now, aren't we, Samantha?
We really are. I'm somebody that craves balance so deeply, more than anything else. I crave to have balance. And especially in times where it feels like there's absolutely no balance at all, I feel it even more. And so I'm so happy that this autumn or fall equinox is here. I'm just praying to the stars in the universe that it helps to bring some balance to the world and the peoples and to myself right now.
Yes, well, we can all set that intention for today. You know, the energy of today is present, ever present, stronger for this specific intention of balance. So, yes, whether you're listening to this on Wednesday morning or Thursday morning, it doesn't matter. You can still set this intention. You still have the time to do it. And you have the time to do it regardless of whether it's equinox or not. Balance is a key to this journey, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And, we can feel in our bodies when we're out of balance, when we have anxiety or when we have depression or when we're just super scattered or totally drained or manic, right? Our bodies and our minds and our moods will tell us when we're out of balance. And so it's really a good time to tune in and to feel where you're out of balance. And then also, I really like creating a pie chart and breaking the pie chart out into the different slices of life, one being relationship, the other being health, the other being work or impact, the other one being whatever it else is, maybe family, maybe environmentalism, whatever the main areas of your life that are important. And then seeing, how am I doing in each category? Am I a 10 on 10 or am I a 4 on 10? And, am I prioritizing social time way too much that I might be a 15 on 10? And how can I take some of that energy and balance it out into those other areas that really need my time and attention?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that because it gives you that specific focus too. And when it comes to that mind and body connection, this is also a great exercise to add in. Okay, so I'm feeling out of balance in this area. Now, where do I feel that in my body? And is it causing any signs or symptoms? Do I have pain? Like what's going on there in my body? And how then does that relate to the mind and the emotions that are going on within this topic? It's a beautiful way to understand yourself and to heal and to grow.
Yeah, Absolutely. It's the equinox is another thing that it's a really good time for, is to really acknowledge your life cycles and your spiritual path, knowing that we all do go through summer, we go through fall, we go through winter periods, we go through spring periods, and ideally it's nice if they're with the seasons, and often it's not with the actual seasons. You could be in a winter phase of your life right now, and you could be in a summer phase of your life right now, and really tuning into what that means for you and recognizing your own cycles. That can be a really good way to have that awareness, and then to have compassion for yourself with wherever you are in your own journey.
Yeah, that is so huge because if you're feeling like you're in a rut or in a hole, to beat yourself up for being there is not going to help you, right? And so, definitely having compassion for yourself. And even if you can muster it, a little bit of gratitude. And I know that that's harder when you're in a hole, but when you can muster up that gratitude, then it can help you climb out. It's just a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's such a good point. And then also, I like using humor.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, I am actually in the biggest hole. I'm probably at my lowest point I've ever been in my whole life, and I've had some lows. And right now, when I look at every sliver of the pie, it's all rotten right now. It feels like it's all just a big disaster. And so I'm here at the lowest point of the hole, and I'm just like, wow, I am in a hole. And everything is crumbling. And it sucks. And it's hard. And I just want to throw up my arms and just fall in the hole and die. And that's how I feel right now. And I kind of laugh about it because of just the imagery of it, because of the situation of it. And I'm trying to find that I do find the humor in it of, okay, this is probably the lowest I'm going to feel for a really long time. And I know that this is going to pass. It will get better. I'm in a winter.
This too shall pass.
Yeah, I'm in the depths of a winter phase. And I know that what comes after winter will spring. So that the gratitude for it, recognizing, ooh, I really appreciate when I feel good. I really love when things work out and they're not right now. And I have a deeper gratitude. And I have a gratitude for the lessons. And I have a gratitude for everything that's emerging from this hole that I'm in. And I know it's going to get better.
It always, always gets better. And what I love about that is this is what allows us to appreciate these moments, this contrast. If we didn't have it, we wouldn't understand how good the good is. You know? The good is so amazing. But if it was good all the time, we wouldn't quite appreciate it to that extent. And so this is what these moments teach us. And I can totally relate to what you said about just feeling like you want to crawl in a hole and die. That's my saying when I feel like that, when I'm in that winter phase, is I just want to crawl in a hole and die. I just want it all to stop, and I just want to be at peace. And but that is like this fleeting moment, really in life when you realize that this is just this tiny little moment in my larger grand existence where I feel this way and it's teaching me something. And I'm going to be grateful for it. And I know that spring is coming. Like you said, that's a beautiful way to look at it.
Yeah, and our darkness shows us our desires. And when you said that you just want peace, it hit me so hard where that really is what I desire. It's not all of the money, because I've had all the money and that's great. It's not the best relationships in the world. It's not traveling the world. Like, all of those things are wonderful and they bring joy. And joy really is fleeting when you don't have that inner peace, that harmony, and that wholeness. And it's really beautiful to recognize, like, oh, that's actually what I crave.
Yeah. And where does inner peace and harmony come from? But what's another word for that? Balance. You know, it's just about being able to integrate these aspects of ourselves and finding that happy middle ground, that that nice balanced area. And we do that through all these trials and tribulations. So it is beautiful to be able to look at this path and be like, I'm growing. I'm growing in this hole. It's a beautiful hole because I'm learning so much. And all these woes are turning right into wisdom. And that's how I'm going to use them as wisdom.
Yeah, you just gave me this imagery of imagine a plant, right, with this beautiful flower. It's this beautiful flower, and the seed is in this flower. The seed is used to being this beautiful part of this flower, and then the flower dies and the seed drops and it falls into the earth, and it's all dark and wet and there's bugs everywhere, and it's like, what is this? I was just this flower. But really, it's just you're about to crack open to become the next flower. It's the phoenix phase. It's the phoenix dying and being reborn.
Yeah, a whole new cycle. That's the beauty too about that winter phase is now you have a whole new beginning coming. It's not just the end, it's both the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega, the balance in the whole. Yeah. So, what a beautiful time to be talking about this today and focusing on this. When we find our balance mentally and emotionally, we find it physically. It just translates directly into our bodies and we feel it. We feel differently.
Yeah, and the root of that too, the mental and emotional, is I find it's connecting to that spiritual. And when you connect to who you
Hmm.
really are, to the wholeness of what you really are, to source consciousness, to your higher self, it reminds you, okay, everything's going to be okay. Little child of the earth, you're fine. It's going to be good. And then your mind can start to vibrate at that, like, oh, it's going to be okay. And then your emotions, your hormones are created, are like, oh, okay, yeah, it's going to be okay. And then your body can really soften and surrender to that. And obviously this is easier said than done because it's really about the embodiment, and that's truly the journey. The body's on this spiritual journey, and that is what it craves, is to be in harmony, is to be at peace, and is to be balanced within all of the madness and the chaos that can arise.
Yeah. And you said it right there. The key is remembering who you are, remembering that we are source creator. We are little fractal source creators. And that means that we are infinitely powerful. We have infinite potential, and it is all at our grasping. It's just our belief system, right? It's it's our will, our willpower, right? The power to use our will. And also, I find that in these moments of darkness is when we learn how powerful we really are, right? We really recognize just how strong and how powerful and how much we can go through and come out on top. And then turn around and share that wisdom with others. Because that's the whole point of why you're in the hole, because you're here to help others. So if that helps a little bit when you're in a hole, like, okay, I'm here because I'm learning to help others. There's a great way, a great place to find gratitude.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love that you touched upon the resiliency of the human spirit, the resiliency of
Mm,
the human body. We are such resilient beings. It's like when I ask myself, like, how can I be handling all of this? The answer is, well, because you can, and that's why you
right.
are, because you can. The
Yes.
universe or God doesn't ever give you more than you can handle.
Yep.
You got this.
Yeah. Never. This is such a really important point. You are never given anything that you can't handle. And also, a harder point to swallow sometimes is you have chosen this for your involvement and for your learning and for your growth. And while that is really hard when you don't want to be going through a situation, you're like, I didn't freaking choose this. No way in hell did I choose this for myself. No, not consciously. You didn't say, yeah, I want to go through this awful thing. Of course not. Your soul, from a higher perspective, sees that this is what's best for your soul's involvement in the long haul of eternity. And when you can look at it like that, you can say, oh, there's a reason for that. There's a really good reason for that.
Hmm.
Ah, Samantha, I think we've said enough for today. What about you?
I feel good. I'm really letting that land. Yeah. I'm gonna get comfy in this hole.
Yeah.
Enjoy the scenery here.
Yeah, because remember that the darkness is part of the light. There is no separation here. The darkness is only here to teach us. It's a beautiful thing when you look at it that way. All part of source. There is nothing that is not. Mhm.
Such a valuable lesson. And so for all of you wonderful listeners, I hope that you're inspired and that you're comforted by us sharing this journey, and by the realness of me sharing with you that I'm in these places, and that's okay. We all go through these phases in these places, and really, to, like we constantly say, to see that silver lining, to see the gold lining, and to trust that everything is always working out for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And to the point you brought up earlier about having compassion, not only for ourselves, but others too, because everyone is going through their own thing. Everyone is going through their cycles. And just because maybe sometimes they're not talking about it doesn't mean they're not going through it. And so just have a little bit more patience with each other, allowing people to go through their cycle and having compassion, for ourselves and others.
So well said. Thank you so much, Erica. This is exactly what we needed to talk about today.
Yeah, it was. You guys, I love this because we never know what we're going to talk about. We turn on the mics and we're like, all right, let's talk about this. Okay, let's go with it. And we just see what comes out. And it is always perfect. So thank you, Samantha. Thank you for your openness. Thank you for sharing and just being willing to do that. It's not always easy. I don't share that easy. So I commend you for that.
Well, you make it easy, Erica, and all you beautiful listeners, you make it easy too. We love you. We appreciate your support, and we will talk to you next time.
Yes, and we're going to leave you with this song for today.
This is Aylin Ario, Wheel of Time.
Until next time, love you all.
Love you.
Also, before we cue up today's song, I wanted to remind you about the game with the universe on our website, where you can choose the first number that comes to your mind and it'll pull up that episode number of the podcast. I've been saying this is a great way to co-create synchronicity and magic with your higher self for quite some time. And if you go to positivehead.com/universe, there is a super fun and simple interface to play this game with your higher self. I firmly believe just by setting the intention to play in this way, it opens up the door for magic, and it's a synchronistic way to hone in on nuggets of wisdom out of the huge catalog of episodes that are specifically appropriate for you at this time in your journey to becoming the next greatest and greatest version of yourself. And it also makes for a super fun way to spark the curiosity of friends and family by having them choose a number, so they'll hopefully go and check out their number as well, which I greatly appreciate because it helps us to spread the word about the podcast. Once again, the address is positivehead.com/universe. And as a quick reminder, if you're curious to learn more about Purium superfoods and why I take them almost every day, be sure to also check out positivehead.com/transformation. On this journey of becoming the next greatest and grandest version of ourselves that we have all embarked upon, I cannot stress the importance of managing your physical vibration enough. And quite honestly, Purium has put together the simplest plan I've found to do so. I have my favorite, the appleberry shake, at least 5 times a week. Once again, to learn more about the Purium transformation, go to positivehead.com/transformation. Or if you want to keep it simple and just try out my favorite, the appleberry shake, you can go straight over to ishoppurium.com and be sure to use code positivehead for 25% off. I'll spell that for you. It's ishoppurium.com. And be sure to use your Positive Head 25% coupon code.
May my voice be strong and this step be light. May my learning come on this wheel of time. As a breath be took, may the lessons glide swiftly as a wind, gentle as a sigh. And hear it calling me home, hear it calling me listening. My soul, come and be my guide, walking by my side. as a breath be taken, given, taken, given, calling me home. Come and be my guide. May my voice be strong and this step be light. May our learning come on this wheel of time as a breath be took. May the lessons glide swiftly as the wind, gentle as a sigh. And hear it calling me home. Hear it calling me listening. Hear it calling my soul. Come and be my guide. Hear it calling me home. Hear it calling me listening. Hear it calling my soul. Come and be my guide. Hear it calling me home. Hear it calling me listening. As a breath be taken, given, calling me home. As a breath be being, breathing, calling me home. Calling me home. Calling me